All right. Good morning, my friends. Good morning. I got to tell you, last night was crazy. I started traveling at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, I literally got up 4, did my normal exercise, got everything rolling, and I don't know, the day was great. And then I took about my wife around 1 o'clock and headed to the airport. Everything was good on the phone. Talked to Cody, talked to Chad, I talked to Abby, I talked to everybody. It was just great. I got to the airport. I don't know if you ever had days like this, but man, I lost my phone. I don't know how it happened, but I lost my phone. Somehow I lost my phone. So then I went all the way back to my truck after I went all the way through the airport, all the way, got through the metal detector, all the way to the airport. And I started looking around. I can't find my phone. And I don't know if I panicked, but I had a good hour. So I thought, well, I'll go back to where I started. I'll go all the way back to where I started. Start the whole thing over. Well, a long walk. So I went all the way back to my truck, and I thought, oh, for sure it's in my truck. For sure it's in my truck. But I know I haven't. Looked through my truck. Nothing. At this point, I was really, really in a problematic state. I'm like, how am I going to fix this problem? And so, I like the last thing I want to do was call my wife and tell her I lost my stinking phone, man. It was like the last thing I was gonna do. But I had a real problem here. I had to figure this out. I mean, I literally can't feel good without my phone. Everything's on my phone. Now, I know a lot of you kind of follow me and know me, and you realize that I have lost things in my life. Like I've literally lost my wife in my honeymoon in Cancun some 35 years ago in a black market. We were shopping, and oh, it was awful. I've lost my child at a 7-Eleven, or I forgot him in a truck, and I got in the truck and left. I mean, I've done some awful things as a parent. I've lost a child in a mall. Anybody ever lost a child in a mall, or they just kind of get away from you? Oh, the feeling of losing something. I think I lose my wallet on the daily, so much that I have these tiles in my wallets and my car keys and stuff. And I don't know what it's the sign of. I got to focus more probably on things, but I have lost them. But when you have a problem, you lose something, you got to find it. And so at this point, I'm just have this problem. I have this problem. I've lost my phone. And by the way, I'm sorry about starting a little late. All my point is I got in finally last night about 3 in the morning, and I got up and did some things, and I laid back down. I want to give you my full attention. I want to be on it at 7:30, but I'm not going to miss you. I'm not going to step out on you. I just wanted to tell you that as I was looking for my phone, I really, I settled down, and I'm like, how do I feel better now? How do I literally feel better about my lost phone? How do I feel better about making the plane? How do I feel better about any problem? How do I make that happen? And so I thought to myself, even in the throes of a lost phone, I mean, I need a plan. We all need a plan. Nothing gets done in this world. Nothing gets done in your life. Nothing gets better without a plan. And so I know it's just a silly little phone. I know it's just a silly little story. And I know it's funny that I lose stuff, including children and wives. And Lord, everybody knows I lost my boat. I lost my damn boat. I lost a $100,000 boat. I mean, I'm good. I could go pro at losing stuff. And I know you lose things too. Don't tell me you haven't lost something. Don't tell me you haven't lost your phone. Don't tell me you haven't lost your wallet or misplaced something in your purse or moved something around in your office. I mean, it's not your fault all the time, but mostly. But here's the thing. When you lose something or you're in a problem or you're in a spot, man, the only way to feel better, the only way to move past whatever that feeling is to get a plan. Man, I needed a plan quick. I mean, I'm literally down to 30 minutes before I had to be boarding and all this kind of stuff. I'm stuck out in a parking lot of a truck and I don't know what to do. So, like I said, I'm not calling my wife because I just didn't want her to know I lost something else again. So I called my youngest daughter, Kara. Now, here's the deal about being coached is that sometimes a coach needs coach. Matter of fact, all the time a coach needs coach. And sometimes a coach knows better enough than he needs coach on how to get out of a situation. So what does he do? He calls someone who can solve the problem for him. And I thought to myself, who can help me right now? Who can help me solve this problem? I need someone smarter than me. I need someone to think about this for me. And I'm like, how can I find my phone? So I called Kara. I said, Kara, are you at the office? And she said, yeah, Dad, what's up? I said, I lost my phone. I can't find it. I got to get on a flight. I'm really in a bad way. And don't tell your mom, by the way, but what can you do? Can you help me? Do you have me on your find a phone? She goes, no, Dad, I don't. I said, now what am I going to do? She goes, relax. We got this. She goes, give me your password. So she logs into Apple. I gave her my password. She becomes me somehow. And she says, blah, 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 blah. Your phone is at the Columbia restaurant. I said, I never stayed at the Columbia restaurant. I went straight from I said, never mind. So it's there. And she said, yeah, Dad, go get it. So I hung up the phone, packed everything up, and I jettisoned to the Columbia restaurant at the Tampa International Airport. I know a lot of you have been through Tampa. You know where that restaurant is. So I roll up. I go through everything. It seemed like a year and a day to get there, and I'm sweating and nervous, and I'm about ready to, I'm not going to make the flight, and I don't know what I'm going to do. So I have to go all the way back through the checkout. I have to recheck out because my phone wasn't in my pass because I'd already checked in. I had to come back out. I had to get a paper tag to go back through. Went through all this nonsense because of my ridiculousness have somehow lost my phone. Long story short, I go all the way through it. I go to the Columbia restaurant. I said, have you got my phone? And they said, no, sir, we don't. Dialed up my daughter. I said, Kara, they said they don't have my phone. She goes, Dad. She screenshots. She does this. She does that. I have a backup phone. She shows me where it's at. And the Columbia restaurant man says, man, let's try over here. We went over to TSA. And sure enough, not even 10 yards from where the phone was supposed to be, it was at TSA. And they had my phone. And I felt better. And I was moving forward. And the plan and rescue attempt had all been done. So I guess my point is this. Who is your coach? Who do you call when you lose your phone? Who do you call when you need something? So the message right here is two stories. One is, how do I feel better right away? And how do I accomplish that? Well, listen, the quick message this morning is when you lose something, when you're in a difficult position, the best way to feel better immediately is to get a plan. I didn't have time to mess around, right? I didn't have time. I called somebody that could give me a plan. And my plan was to call my daughter, and my daughter would pull up my location on my phone and she would talk me through it. She would coach me through it. See what I'm saying? I didn't have the resources to get to the place I needed to get to. I had a backup. I had a burner phone just in case I ever do lose my phone, which is A, plan B, always have a backup phone, right? But listen to me. I needed a plan. I was sick to my stomach. I know a lot of you right now are out there probably wondering, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get through this financial situation? How am I going to get through my marriage? How am I going to get through this relationship? How am I going to make this next payment? How am I going to get to the next place in my business career? How am I going to get to the next spot in the book I'm writing? How am I going to get to the next spot in anything that I'm doing? And I'm frustrated, I'm stuck, and I don't know how to do it. And by my own sheer will, I want you to understand that the number one thing for you in your life to get better in your life, to feel better right now in your life, is to get a plan. Identify the problem, get a plan, and then execute it. That's the only qualifier to being a successionaire in my world, in this wired differently world that I'm building and sharing this community with you. I lost my phone. I was stressed. Get a plan. I felt better immediately. Immediately when my daughter picked up the phone and she said, "Hi, Dad." And I said, "Kara, I need a plan. I got to find my phone. Can you find my phone? Can you become me on the Apple?" And she said, "Yeah, Dad. I'll become you on the Apple." Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. She gets on the Apple, and then she's me, and she says, "This is where your phone is. Go get it, Daddy-o." I felt better. As soon as she answered the phone, I felt better because I identified my problem. I didn't have a phone. And then I created a plan. And then she gave it to me. And now we have a problem identified with a plan identified. Now all I do is execute it. And I felt better immediately. I felt better before I even found my phone. I felt better as soon as she picked up the phone. You see, the problem was starting to be remedied by the time I just started to execute the plan. Before I even executed the plan, I knew the problem and I laid out a plan and I started to feel better. I mean, a lot of us just kind of wallow around in our own misery when basically all we have to do is create a plan. Now, most plans that we create, we can't execute on our own. And that's why I called my coach, Kara, my 24-year-old brilliant daughter. Now, some of you say, "Well, that's not brilliant." Well, I'll tell you what, it's brilliant because she's calm all the time. I'll tell you why it's brilliant, because she knows her dad, and she didn't laugh at me once. I'll tell you why she's brilliant, because she's available, because she's understanding, she's apathetic, she's sympathetic. Nothing's too small for her to like understand someone's problem and like work them through it, right? So I guess I want you to understand is that I know wherever you are this morning, I'm a little late and I apologize for that, but I'm not going to let you down. I got in at 3:30 something in the morning. Got in so late. I met my brother at the donut shop and he had some hot cake donuts for me. Thank you, Shane. Man, but who's your Kara, right? Who's your Kara? Who's that person that once you're feeling low, once you're feeling down, once you're in that spot, right? That you need help, right? Who can help you solve that problem now? You need a Kara, right? You need that coach. You need someone to help you see the problem. You need that person to help you implement that solve for the problem. And right in the instant that you've entertained the thought of engaging someone to help you with the problem, engaging yourself, and even doing the problem yourself, once you have a plan to pay back that credit card, right? Once you have a plan to buy that house, right? Once you have a plan to move out of that trailer, Todd, right? Once you have a plan to fix your marriage, right? Once you have a plan to fix that partnership in your business, right? Once you have a plan to face that alcoholism, right? Once you have a plan to fix that drinking, that smoking, or that bad habit problem, right? Once you have a plan to do it, you start to feel better immediately. Now it's just down to executing. Now, I'm leading into some really deep waters right here, and we'll just leave it at that. But I want you to understand it's no different than losing your stinking phone in an airport, right? In some regards, I was sick. I was distraught. I was in despair. I was like, how am I going to go a whole week without my phone and all my contacts and my passwords? Oh, good Lord. And all the things I've prepared for the Tiki Hut retreat, everything's on my phone. It's all right here. It's all laid out right here. Hello, Kara. This is Dad. Man, I'm stuck. I can't find my phone and I got to catch a flight and I'm be gone for a week. Can you help me find it? Yeah, Dad. I'll become you on the Apple. Well, listen, I want to be your Kara. I want to help coach you through things. I want to help you understand where you are in life, and I want to immediately help you feel better. That's my job. That's my job. Good morning, Chris. Good morning to see you this morning. I want to be your Kara. You're my Kara every day, Chris Billups. Thank you so much for all the things you're doing. The green shirt, Tom's Donuts. I'm in Angola, Indiana. Jason Ball. I know you don't care. Listen, I know you're an entrepreneur because you don't carry a wallet for that reason. Hello, Madeline. I know you lose things. Debbie, laugh out loud. I know you've been through some things, but listen, I want you to feel better today, Debbie. I know you're always feeling so good. So encouraging. Hi, Chris Carnahan. Wow, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Awesome. Your shirt is cool because Defiance had Tom's Donuts. Good message. Thanks, Chris Carnahan, Christopher Billups, Luther, Shane, Jason, so many people. Well, listen, the message is good, but listen to me. I want you to think about it, man. What's the problem? What's the solution? Well, the solution is solving the problem by getting a plan. So I want you to feel better fast. And the way to feel better fast is to recognize, identify the problem, and then start to put the solution together. Even before you start to execute the solution, once you have the plan in your mind and your system, you will feel better. Good morning, Captain Luther. Hello, Richard Franklin. Good to see you guys. So listen, I'm going to wrap this up. I think everything that we're doing this morning and all the things that we're doing are really working out great for us. And I just want to sign off, and I want to tell you guys, man, that I want you to be, do, and think differently. I want you to understand that I'm in Angola, Indiana, the tundra of the snow. And I'm excited for the day, man. I got you a little rock and roll music this morning. Found my phone. Called my daughter, Kara. That's right. You guys get a coach, get a plan, execute it, feel better fast. I got you guys. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow morning on time, 7:30. Remember to be, do, think differently. Go to toddsailor.com. I want you at the Tiki Hut retreat where we're going to help you solve your problems, your financial problems, your business problems. I'm going to create a pension for you in your own business. Don't be counting on the world to bail you out. You got yourself. Find your problem, solve your problem, get a plan. I'm going to be your coach.